This broadcast is a presentation of Wcxo Sports. Wcxo Sports. Since 1999, the sports voice of the Carlisle Indians, the Central Cougars, the Mater Dei Knights, and the Westland Warriors presents Talkin Sports on Max 96.7. Talkin Sports is powered by Wcxo Elevator in Centralia. See Wcxo for a variety of fertilizer, seed corn, and seed soybeans. Talkin Sports is brought to you by Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College. The future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Emin Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. Nordyke Funeral Home with 5 locations to serve your needs. Lee's Sports in Nashville. McKendree University in Lebanon. Country Financial Representative Marvin Gerdes in New Baden. Seaver Brothers in Carlisle. And by Becker Jewelers with locations in Breeze and Highland and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Here's the host of Talkin Sports, Rip Nottmeyer.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Talkin Sports. Rip here in the Weed Report studio on this Saturday. Coming up today, we're going to talk some high school baseball with Central Cougars coach Kevin Krask. Later on, it's off for the Clinton County Baseball League and President Ken Hazelhorst. Plus, as always, on a Saturday with Easy and Travel Trivia Quiz at 594-2576, 594-2576. Today, you can grab a $15 gift certificate to Wally's in Breeze. But right now it's time for Scores and Stuff, brought to you by Hoffman Auto Body, located just 7 miles north of the city of Carlisle. Is your vehicle on the DL? Well, it probably will be at some point. And when it does go on that DL, see Hoffman Auto Body. Let's trip the H&H Computer Services guest line for St. Louis and Andy Newbold. Andy, welcome back.
Hey, thanks for having me, Rip.
We almost had you Monday night, but I felt like Johnny Carson. We bumped you.
That's all right. I'm flexible.
You didn't get a chance to get on that couch, but you're back a few days later, and we've got a lot to tear into. We'll begin with some high school baseball. We're finally getting some good weather, Andy, so a lot of games are being played.
Oh, man, it's beautiful outside. It's going to be a beautiful week, too. A lot of games I'm sure will be played.
Fine by me. I like this stuff. It was Jabot over Carlisle, 12-7. Mater Dei doubled Mount Vernon 6-3. It was Columbia 13 Central nothing. Coach Krask is coming up. Nashville nipped Westland 5-4, and 8 Oakville triumphed over the Orphans 4-2, and Salem stung Flora 13-4. Let's see. I know you played football up there at Bloomington Central Catholic. You had those glory days. Any high school baseball? I never did.
I played my freshman year, but we were so bad. We were losing games like 30-0.
Really?
Not very many players came back. We all just ended up playing track.
So you went to track and foot. That's a good combination too, or for those football players, or football and wrestling, something like that. They hinge well together. In prep softball, Carlisle carted Oakville 9-5. It was Columbia 6, Central 3. Nashville shaded Westland 7-6, and Florida doused Salem 13-0. The soccer seasons are over for Westland and Mater Dei. They lost in regional championship matches yesterday. I would imagine soccer is a pretty big deal up there in the central part of our state. Of Illinois. You're a Missouri guy now, kind of, Missouri.
It's becoming even bigger since I left, because we didn't even have a soccer team at Central Catholic, and then I think the year after I graduated, they got a program, and now everybody's playing it.
I know it's really big, but they didn't have one in your days. I'm kind of surprised.
Nah, it's crazy. We didn't have a wrestling team either.
How big? And that's a pretty good sized school, isn't it?
Right, yeah, it's like 300, 400.
Okay, all right. JUCO baseball, the KC Blue Devils move on in Region 24 action. They won their opener 16-8 as they drilled Lincoln Trail. Good luck to the Devils. The Cardinals won their second straight behind a 5-home run barrage. I guess it was 5. I lost track. There was Jerko, DeYoung, Ozuna, Bader, Pham. Home run derby, it's not exactly my cup of tea, but the Birds did get the win, and they move on today for another slice with Wcxo against Tyson Ross.
What do you think? I think this team might be legit.
This team might be legit. It could be. I mean, really, pitching. It will all come.
Right.
It seems like most teams can hit. Boy, there. Padres, another one. There's some lousy teams. I think more bad teams than ever before.
I can't believe how bad Cincinnati is. Like, I read about how bad they were, then I watched the two series we have.
They're hot.
Like, holy cow.
They've won 4 in a row, I think. 3 or 4 in a row.
Oh, have they really?
Yeah.
Riggleman's got him playing good, huh?
Yeah, he won't be there next year. I like Jim Riggleman. I think this is his 4th time as an interim manager. Not a bad gig. Really? It'd be pretty cool.
No.
Anyway, yeah. Cardinals roped in the Padres anyway. Jerko, my goodness, he just kills his average now against them is .525 in 12 games.
Oh my gosh. That's a nice little line right there.
That is. He needs to be playing every day unless and until his offense slacks. He's definitely the better option than Matt Carpenter by far at this point in time.
Oh, 100% agree. I don't know what the game plan or what they should do with Carpenter, but he shouldn't be in the lineup until he can start hitting again. And I think that's the best thing for the team.
My gosh, and Fowler, they're both around 150 now. It's again, that's the deal. If they hit 150 in July, and nobody hardly notices, but still, at some point you got to crank it up a notch. There are a couple other guys who can more than do that job, and then it'll flip back the other way probably. The thing about Carpenter too, my gosh, he can't throw. He needs a cutoff man from third base to get it to first.
You're right. How old is Carp?
I think he's. What'd you say?
Is he 30 or?
That's
31?
what I was thinking. 30 going on 40, I believe. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say it seems like he's hit a wall like from age. It's small sample size. You're right. He could turn it around, next month or this month, but he just doesn't look like the same Carpenter we're used to seeing like the last couple of years.
No, and he's had some really good years offensively. There is no doubt about it. And when he doesn't hit, in particular, he drives me crazy. Swing the bat. I'm telling you, if I would just drill the guy the first pitch and put him on instead of wasting 8 pitches on for a walk.
Kidding.
I mean, seriously, depending on the situation, just take your base if you want to go up there like a little T-ball kid. Goodness. This is an exhibition game, but it was an interleague action. It was the White Sox and the Cubbies, and wow, the Cubs chalked up an 11-2 win. Wilson Contreras, pretty nice game, a couple of homers, 2 doubles, and a career-high 7 RBIs on his bobblehead day. I think it was rigged.
He's a very good player, though.
Yeah, he is.
He had a lot of hype coming up, and he's playing to it, man. He's the real deal.
He's good. My goodness, Matt Harvey. Wow, he must really be angry. So they limited him to 4 innings last night because first of all, I didn't think he'd get that far, but yes, he did. 4 scoreless frames against the Dodgers, gave up 1 hit.
Oh wow!
And that shouldn't have been. Yeah. So
I didn't even realize he was going to be pitching like this soon. I thought they would bring him on slow, but that's awesome.
The Dark Knight is back for at least 1 evening. He's a jerk. He's a number 1 first-class jerk.
Right. He's an idiot. Like, I can't believe somebody actually traded for him, to be honest.
Well, I'm really shocked the Reds got him. What do they want him for? They're going nowhere.
Right. It was such an odd trade.
It was.
They gave up a decent player for him. Like, I mean, it's a little bit of a salary dump, but still it's shocking that they would trade anything for him.
Yeah, the catcher. Anyway, since he went, Max Scherzer, he continues to be the real deal, Andy. 7-1 now. He's already 7 victories. His ERA at 1.69 as he stuffed Zona 3-1, fanned 11. Nice. Although the strikeouts, well, that's the norm for him. This strikeout stuff is so out of whack. I don't hardly pay attention to strikeouts anymore, really. Everybody's getting 12 and 13 and 14. Launch angle, baby. Launch angle. I'm telling you, as much as I always will love baseball, it is not played right. in many ways. Pitching, 5 innings, home runs and strikeouts. That's all we get. Nobody knows what a bunt is.
Yep.
Yankees lost
back-to-back
games.
Not like the good old days.
It really,
Whitey ball.
There are a lot of people starting to get fed up the way it's played. I don't know what they can do to reverse it. The Yanks finally lost back-to-back games, first time in about a month. What'd they win? 17 of 18 there?
Yeah,
wow.
They were like 17-1 or something like that. Yeah, they're going to be tough to beat when the postseason comes.
Here's a baseball game. Texas beat Houston 1-0 on a 7th inning sac fly. I didn't look at the time, but it probably took about 2:20.
Yep.
Hamels and Verlander only for 6 apiece. Shohei Ohtani had another hit last night. He's around 350, 5 homers, 16 RBIs, and just 69 ABs, and he's pitching pretty well too. So this is a great story for baseball. Baseball needs it.
Right. Yeah.
Let's see. The Mets batted out of order. That was kind of interesting. The other, they batted out. And we had another no-hitter. Well, that was Tuesday night, but James Paxton threw one for the Mariners. So
I saw that. Yep. How many is that for the season now?
3. We've now had, that game was played in Toronto, his home country. So now we've had 3 no-hitters in 3 different countries: Canada, Mexico, and California. So it's been a pretty interesting year.
Yeah.
Hey, as I touch base on California here, Andy, I really soured on Albert Pujols the last 2 years he was in St. Louis. Long story, but I consider him a fraud and so forth. But he got his 3,000th hit last Friday night, and that is still a remarkable achievement, although he's been a little overshadowed there by Trout and Shohei. I can't imagine he likes that too much. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was talking to a buddy at work. It's just odd, the lack of hoopla. Like, usually if it's a Yankee player or somebody who's getting their 3,000 hits, it's all you hear about on SportsCenter and in the news, but it seemed like Pujols hit 3,000 very quietly. I don't know what to make of that, but it's a shame, man. I think if he was in St. Louis, it would have been bigger news.
No doubt. Yeah, and part of it is the West Coast. I mean, we just all this stuff happens late and it gets lost. But yes, if he was in New York doing this, my gosh, a week later they'd still be talking about it. So what do you think of the new Cardinal Hall of Fame selections? Vince Coleman and Ray Lankford.
Man, so Ray Lankford was he was the stud when I was growing up. That was whose baseball glove I had when I was playing Little League.
Really? How about that?
I was a huge Lankford fan, but against today's numbers and comparisons, he wasn't.
You just can't do that.
The biggest stuff. Yeah.
There's no.
But and Coleman, he was awesome too. Going back to that small ball, stealing. You get a walk and he'll be on third base by the 5th pitch of the next batter.
It was exciting,
never
man.
Type of baseball.
Action, moving runners and all, and the occasional home run. Now there's nothing special about them. And I would have went, had I voted, and I don't, because this is ruled by the millennials, and they vote 20, 30, 40 times or whatever. So who can? But and I'm not against Coleman, but I would have went with Hernandez and Lankford. I would have bagged Lankford too, but Hernandez, I don't know. He'll get in eventually, but
why hasn't Hernandez gotten in? That's odd. Hernandez should have got in probably before both those guys, to be honest.
He was a ball player. I know he had that situation with the drugs, as several did there, the coke and all.
Yeah.
But one of those. Let's see. Now the Blues, they're not. But the Stanley Cup playoffs, they're still fine. Now we're down to the Final Four. It's really good. Just caught a peek of the Caps in Tampa Bay, and I'm not a fan of the DC Caps or Ovechkin, but that guy is a scorer, and he tallied another one last night, and they beat Tampa Bay 4-2, so they have the early lead in that series.
Well, who's the other one? It's Las Vegas and
Winnipeg.
Oh gosh, if a whatchamacallit expansion team wins it all in their first year, you gotta change the rules, don't you?
They could. Well, the rules were tweaked. I mean, they had, and then of course there's free agency now too. But still, to put all that together in year number 1, just incredible.
Yeah, I mean, the Blues have been around, 50 years?
Since 67, 68, and I've seen every one of them. And next year, of course, will be the year. I'm pretty sure maybe the Blues signed the wrong Vladimir, because I saw the other night where Vladimir Putin scored 6 goals in a Legends of Hockey game in Sochi, so I think we got the wrong one.
Probably right.
Never know about those draft picks, man. The NBA playoffs, they're rolling along too. We've had some coaches bite. This is an interesting one here. The Raptors fired Dwayne Casey. He's been rather successful, but he hasn't gotten it done in the playoffs. And they were, hunted down again by the Cavaliers this year.
LeBron. Yeah, well, they got swept, so I guess that was kind of the final dagger.
And they were the number 1 seed. I mean, you really should win 1 or 2. You should win the series. This was their best. It's really funny, Andy, because Wednesday he was honored as Coach of the Year by the National Basketball Coaches Association.
Oh my God! Well, I didn't realize Toronto was the number 1 seed. Oh my God, that is bad.
They had a heck of a year, regular season, but all about those playoffs.
Tight games they lost, but yeah, you got to at least win 1. It's never good.
But he gets a parting gift of $6 million for next year.
Yeah, that's not a bad parting gift.
Let's see, Andy. Your team in college football is Ole Miss. What's their status? I saw the other day, I guess a few more guys they became eligible to play. They're coming off.
Yeah,
are they off probation now? Or not still rolling for a while, isn't it, or what?
Yeah, I think they got at least 1 more year of probation. And, I don't know. It'll be interesting. Sounds like their recruiting class or the upcoming classes, they got some players in it, but yeah, it's gonna be a rebuild for the next couple of years.
Well, I just hope Nashville's Royce Newman gets some more playing time. He'll be a redshirt sophomore on that offensive line. So
yeah,
got out there a bit. Boy, they few huge contracts were issued recently. Kirby Smart, 7 years, $45 million with Georgia, and then Mark Richt from the Hurricanes got an extension. The money.
That's a nice chunk of change right there.
Wow. How much will Baker Mayfield get at Cleveland to lose to go 1-15?
I don't think that whole rookie scale. I don't know. It's not as nearly as much as Sam Bradford. I know that.
No, he was the last one. They said this is enough of that junk. What did we just do? $50 million just to sign it.
$50 million guaranteed. Yeah.
I like Baker Mayfield actually, and I also think he went to the wrong team.
Yeah, you know what? I like the pick. I think out of all those quarterbacks, he's got the highest upside.
He'll be the most interesting too.
Yeah, exactly. He's gonna make it fun to talk about the Cleveland Browns again, but. I don't know. You're right. That place has been a curse, so it'll be interesting to see how it plays out with them.
Yeah, I like Cleveland. But this is like the Cubs. The Cubs, you knew they're fans now. They're just it's horrible since they won. You knew that was going to happen. I like the lovable losers, and I want the Browns to stay that way.
Right. Oh, you know what though, man? They got their whole front office is ex Green Bay Packer. People that know what they're doing, so it'll be interesting. They might actually turn it around for once.
I hope not. Why didn't they fire their coach? Really start anew. Now that he's been there 2 years, 1-31. Start anew with Baker and all this whole new group, but they kept him.
Yeah, it's a little odd. I agree with you on that.
Let's see. Webb Simpson leads the TPC Sawgrass by 5. Let me hold on a minute here, Andy. I'm searching. Boy, this has become a weekly whenever he decides to put. Oh, wow, there he is. Eldrick Woods, he's tied for 68th.
68th.
He's 14th back.
How many
14 back.
14?
14 back. Yeah. Of course, this weekend he's blaming it on his new irons, so he can't. The guys, I know he's had obvious setbacks with the back and so forth, but he makes tons of excuses, and his fans make a lot more for him. It's the irons.
Like,
it's the woods.
Like
my ex-wife busted up my car light. I mean.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be a while, I think, before you ever talk about him
That's a shame.
winning the tournament.
That's too bad. And NASCAR rifles into Kansas. It's a night game at 7 o'clock. All right, Andy, I guess we got to fold it up. Thanks for being there. Told you we wouldn't cancel again, man. That was a rare occurrence, maybe the first.
It's all good, man. I appreciate you having me on.
All right, we'll see you.
See you.
Andy Newbold from St. Louis on the H&H Computer Services guest line. Scores and Stuff was brought to you by Hoffman Auto Body, located a 7-mile stretch from Carlisle, just up north, just by us. When your car or truck needs major or minor repairs, check into Hoffman Auto Body. Kevin Krask is due up, as is Ken Hazelhorst, as is trivia. All that and more on Talking Sports. I guess there'll be more this morning. Stay tuned. If you're looking for Nissan quality, be sure to check out what Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan and Centralia has to offer. Munkin's has the entire field covered with a great lineup of Nissans, including Maximas, Altimas, and Sentras, SUVs and crossovers, and Titan and Frontier trucks. And you can relax when you shop Munkin's because you know you're getting the better deal every time, along with terrific service after the sale. For your Nissan, log on to Munkin1.com, or better yet, visit Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in person, Route 161 West in Centralia.
What? Is this real? Hey, yo, sir. Do you know what I'm about to pay for gasoline?
With the Fuel Rewards Network program, you won't believe how much less you can pay for your fill-up at participating Shell stations.
Look at that.
Just shop through fuelrewards.com and dine at participating restaurants to earn rewards. Then use your Fuel Rewards Network card at Shell and save. Want to pay less for fuel? Sign up free at fuelrewards.com. Restrictions apply. Limit 20 gallons per purchase per vehicle. For information on rewards expiration and other details, see fuelrewards.com.
Farmers State Bank is dedicated to the communities they serve. They've been making home loans for over 100 years. They are and will continue to be a strong, steady, common-sense leader that's always focused on what's best for you and the community. And remember, Farmers State Bank has loan professionals standing by to assist you in making the right decision for your needs. That's Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. An equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 404955.
As a business owner, you know that every year brings new challenges and opportunities. The success of your business demands expertise and focus, and Country Financial can help you keep that focus by helping ensure you have the right insurance protection in place to meet your goals. Marvin Gertis, your Country Financial representative in New Baden, can help you create a customized insurance plan that has coverages designed just for your business. Call Marvin Gertis today. 588-7112. Coverages may vary by state. Policies issued by Country Mutual Insurance Company, Bloomington.
I'd like to start a campaign to blow the buttons off people's radios. Is that realistic?
This is Max 96.7.
Welcome back, everybody. Rip inside the Weigman Ford studio. Let's tear into the H&H Computer Services guest line again, this time for Central Cougars baseball coach Kevin Krask. Kevin, welcome back.
Hey, good morning, Rip.
Admittedly coming off a tough late afternoon game against the Columbia Eagles. It was 13-0 in favor of the visitors.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Columbia has probably the best team that I've seen probably all year. I mean, Coach over here and I was talking, and I said, this is a solid team up and down the lineup on the mound. It was a tough game. It was a tough game.
23-3, I believe, on the season. So, of course, they went 10-0 in the Cahokia. The second frame was the inning, wasn't it? The downfalls. They parked 9 runs in that inning. Yeah,
I've had coaches from the area calling me about them and saying, "Hey, you got any information on Columbia?" I'm like, "Yeah." I said they can hit up and down the lineup, and they've got at least 3 solid pitchers. So, there's not a whole lot more you can say. It's just that they're a really good, solid team. Good defensively, good on the offense. They field well. So they're going to be a tough team to beat. I mean, I think they got a chance of walking away with a regional this year.
So they are the total package. You talked about defense there quickly. Was defense an issue for you at all yesterday, or were they just flat scorching it?
No, they just hit the ball really well. I don't have the stats in front of me, but I think they rattled off like 11 or 12 hits. They just do everything right. So I was happy. I mean, we didn't commit errors yesterday. That's not what cost us, the runs and stuff.
Yeah.
Our offense is just, it's lacking right now. There was a point in the season where our offense was starting to come around, and we were putting up, 5-6 runs a game, which, felt good. And we just I say we took a step back. So hopefully in the next 2 to 3 days we can, start making that step forward again and kind of getting back on the right track.
But that defense or lack of it, that is the one thing that just it's tough to tolerate, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nobody likes sloppy ball from the pitching to more.
And they, one thing that Columbia's got, and if you look, is I think for the last 2 years or 3 years, they've consistently had the middle. You've got your second baseman and shortstop.
They've replaced their center fielder, but they replaced him with a very good defensive player. But if you can cover that middle, you're going to win a lot of games. So, that's what's really benefiting them right now is they just every play up the middle gets made, and it's going to get you at least 2 outs an inning, and you just got to get that third one somewhere.
Strength up the middle, definitely. So you've lost your last 3, and yes, the hitting, it also went just quiet. Those bats quiet again against Mater Dei on Monday in the Battle of Breeze, and against the Salem Wildcats too the day after. 2 runs in those 2 games.
I told the kids, I said, I think what we're doing right now is we're pressing. They know that the season's coming to an end. Regionals are right around the corner. We always refer to it as 2 seasons. You've got your regular season that you just try to pull out as many wins as you can.
That's right.
And, try to see what the kids are capable of doing. But once the regionals come, I said it's one and done. So I think they're starting to feel the pressure, and now it's just trying to get them to relax at the plate and just say, guys, just do what you're capable of doing. We're not asking you to do anything more than that. Let's just, what we've covered all season long, and let's just try to get the job done.
A 9-16 record right now. So yes, as that record would indicate, it's been up and down. You did string together 3 consecutive just before this last set of games, though, didn't you? Against Metro East, the Freeburg Midgets, and Belleville East. That must have been quite a victory for you. You went 9 and edged the Lancers.
Yeah, Drew Rockers started the game. I think he ended up throwing like 7 innings. Threw really well. I think all 3 runs were on unearned runs, which those usually come back to haunt you. But we were lucky to kind of just establish the defense a little bit more. There's a kid from Belleville East. I think he's a sophomore, lefty. He's probably throwing 85. Big, long, lanky kid that he's going to be solid in the next couple of years. I think you're going to hear a lot about him. But the kids were able to battle, and we were able to match them pitch for pitch. And, last inning we were able to get a couple runs across the board and just finish with a win. So, yeah, that was a good win against a 4A school.
And, again, Columbia wins the Koki at 10-0, and then it was Salem. You were at 3-7 along with Carlisle, Freeburg, and Westland in the middle there. And so I don't know your thoughts. Well, back to the pitching again. You talked about was it Drew Rockers?
Yeah.
And who else? He's getting the share of innings along with Wilson and Campworth, and I always mess up. Is it Ratajek?
Ratajek?
Yeah. See, I told you I always mess that up for whatever reason. But
yeah.
Those are the mainstays on the mound for you, right, Kevin?
They've
are.
Got the most work. Honestly, overall, I mean, if you got the stats in front, I mean, our ERA is sitting at right around 3.6, 3.7. So our pitching has not done bad this year. I mean, I feel really confident about our pitching going into the postseason. It's just, I think when you're not scoring runs, it puts a lot more pressure on a pitcher because he knows that he's trying to shut down the offense of the other team, and that's usually when mistakes happen. It's much easier when you step on the mound and you know that, hey, if I make a mistake and I give up a run or two, the offense is going to come back and be able to score. Last year, regional championship is a perfect example. We gave up a few runs to Newton, and we had the right core of the batters up, and Kobe comes up, and you just pitchers know that they have that confidence. And right now, I think pitchers are just feeling a little bit of pressure that they're trying to keep the opponents to 1, 2, 3 runs, and they try to be too fine with it, and then many times you end up making a mistake and throwing one right down the middle, and that's when the inning usually opens up.
Skies open up.
It is. In baseball, it's such a mental game. People don't realize that unless you played it. It is a mental game that you just got to try to overcome.
You are right, though, about the earned run averages before last night, and I'm not sure all who told the rubber last night, but Max Campworth at 167, and you got right around 250, 260, 350, and the batting averages against, two of them are just above 200. That's those are some good arms. You're getting a lot of good frames from these guys.
Yeah, it's just now if we can just get the other end going, that offensive side, just, be able to score, and the kids realize, hey, we are capable of doing it, which they are. They are absolutely capable of putting up runs in a game. But, when you're not winning, I think it just adds more pressure, and that's where the mental game comes in. So, we got 3 days to work on it, and we'll see what happens.
But somebody asked, I know it's been tough in these last, trio of games anyway, but who's been swinging the bat at least on the most consistent level all year long?
Probably from the beginning to the end of the year. If we look at, the first 3 games, the next 3 games, and that's what we do with Game Changer. We look to see who's doing well first half compared to the second half, or second half compared to the first half. Probably our most consistent hitter all year long has been Calvin Rockers. He's been our leadoff, and right now I think he's sitting right around 280, something like that, 290. But he consistently gets on. He consistently makes contact. I think total in 70 or 80 at bats, he's probably got maybe 10 strikeouts. So he strikes out once every 8 at bat. But he consistently makes contact, gets on, and then behind just hopefully we can get him over and score him. But overall I think he's probably been our most consistent hitter.
Steals a few bases for you too, and so forth. Braden Thomas, another one who's put the bat on ball and a pretty regular basis. Yeah, now
if you want to go up and down the lineup, Braden, he started off, he struggled the first half of the season,
and then
and then he started kind of coming out saying, hey, your job isn't to hit home runs, your job isn't, we're not looking for average, we're looking for you to put the ball in play, move runners over and score them if they're in scoring position. Get your hacks in. Don't sit there and take a good pitch and want something a little bit better, because usually you're only going to get one good pitch at bat. And he's been swinging the bat, more consistently, and he's got some power. I mean, he's a big, strong kid, and I'm looking forward to having him for the next 2 years. Trenton Nunn's another kid that's big. If we can get him to keep his head down and see the ball all the way through, I mean, he's got a power swing. But Ritachik's got home runs. I mean, we've got power in the lineup. It's just trying to get them to hit the ball a little consistently so that we can produce runs from it.
The year just never could pan out injury-wise for Matt Walters, right?
No, yeah, he went and they did the surgery, which he's got the feeling back and the tingling's gone and all that, which is good for him. I mean, baseball, I always say, is temporary for most kids. So he's in therapy right now. So hopefully he'll be back 100%, at least by midsummer, and able to do the things that he wants to do.
That's a shame, though, as a senior in particular, isn't it?
It is. Any time that you've seen it, and we've seen it a number of times.
Oh, yeah.
You've got, Brian Holtman back in his senior year. I mean, he was really looking forward to it and kind of had a really great summer the year before, and, then he felt that arm pop, and Tommy John. And I remember him coming in and talking to me early in the morning. He comes walking in. You just see it on his face. And he's like, Coach, he goes, I got to get Tommy John surgery. And I'm sure my face didn't, better the situation.
But, probably not. No.
And that's the thing about sports too. I said, there's so many life skills in sports, and that's just adversity. Sometimes you're just throwing a curveball and you don't hit it, and sometimes in life things just don't go the way that you want it to. But it's how you react to it. I think that's what determines who you are.
All right, it's time for that second season. It's up to the Vandalia Regional for your Cougars, and it's a Wednesday game for you against Newton.
Yeah, a little replay from last year.
Newton's always in the balance there. Modern Day play is ahead of you, so the winners clash after that. But pretty good regional stacked up.
Yeah, it's. I think it was fairly ranked. I'm happy that we're a little bit closer than we've been the last 2 years. At least we're only going to Vandalia and not all the way up to Effingham. But yeah, I think
T-Town,
yeah, and that's brutal. I mean, you got to drive over an hour to get to a regional. I don't know. I've been talking to IHSA about it, but I don't think it's really doing any good. Yeah. But no, I think the regional was fairly ranked, and it's very balanced. I mean, Greenville was, I think they got a 6 seed or something, which they could have very easily been a 4 or 5, maybe even a 3.
Right. The Comets were a 7.
Yeah, I wasn't disappointed in the way that it was ranked, and I'm just happy that we didn't have to play a playing game and use an extra pitcher in the week, and not have them for the next 4 or 5 days.
You can get your guys set up that rotation for from your angle, the long haul, hopefully. So yeah, that's over at Vandalia, and then Westland, the other near area team, they are home for their regional. So we got them everywhere. But hey, Kevin, thanks for coming on with us again this morning, and definitely good luck in the playoffs next week. It begins for really real now. So have a good one.
All right, thanks, Rip.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Kevin Krask of the Central Cougars baseball team, the head honcho there. Trivia is just right around the block.
McKendree University is a great place to continue your sports career.
It's also a great place to continue your education. McKendree offers a wide range of degrees, including master's degrees in business, nursing, education, and professional counseling. If you'd like, you can access McKendree's quality education through the flexibility of online degrees. To learn more about McKendree, log on to McKendreeOnline.com or call 1-800-BEARCAT. McKendree University is ready when you are.
Seaver Brothers has what you're looking for. Take a spin with Seaver Brothers and drive home in your new or pre-owned Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, or Dodge truck today. Let Seaver Brothers give you the car buying experience that no other dealership can offer. Seaver Brothers stands behind their products and also has an outstanding service department with qualified technicians to keep your vehicles running strong. Stop by Seaver Brothers, 811 Washington Street in Carlisle, or call 594-2624 for your next Seaver Brothers sales associate.
Hey guys, this is pro lacrosse player Brett Poyce on Talkin Sports and Max 96.7.
Get unhungry for only $5 at your Breeze and Carlisle Hardee's. Dig into the $5 All-Star Meal with 4 different meals to choose from, like the Charbroiled Double Cheeseburger and Spicy Chicken Sandwich, with natural cut fries, a fresh baked chocolate chip cookie, and a 20-ounce drink. Pick a $5 All-Star Meal today from your Breeze and Carlisle Hardee's, plus the entire Red Burrito menu. Get unhungry at your Breeze and Carlisle Hardee's.
Stuck in a state of falling behind? Struggling to keep up with your kids, your finances, your insurance, your life? Then let me, State Farm agent Steve Klosterman, help you simplify and get to a better state. Because with the Klosterman Agency handling your auto, home, and life insurance, you'll have more time to handle everything else. More money, too, because adding State Farm policies can earn you discounts and actually help you get ahead. Call or email me, State Farm agent Steve Klosterman, and get to a better state with State Farm.
Flying in the face of conventional wisdom.
There's no rules and no laws and lots of litter.
Every day.
This is Max 96.7.
Hello again, everybody. Hello, sports fans. Rip here on Talkin Sports in the Wigman Ford studio, where your time is 9:37 on the dot. That time drop is brought, well, close, pretty close to the dot. Now it's getting further away. That time drop is brought to you by Breeze Furniture, Jan's Uniforms. Let's collide with trivia.
It's time for the Easy In Travel Trivia Quiz on Talkin Sports. Escape to paradise with Easy In Travel and Breeze. Call 526-2201.
But right now it's paradise here as far as our number is 594-2576, 594-2576. You are eligible to play unless you or someone in your household has won the last 8 weeks. Number 2, you cannot be affiliated with or related to anyone at Max 96.7 or Easy In Travel, or for today, Wally's Drive in on Old Route 50 in Breeze, courtesy of Wally, Sarah, Robbie, etc. The whole bunch is offering up a $15 gift certificate. Here's the question, and it's sprung up due to the number of early no-hitters and near no-hitters. Let's fire it. Which pitcher has had the most no-hitters broken up in the 7th inning or later? Wow. Names here. Talent. Tom Seaver, Randy Johnson, and Nolan Ryan. Who thought of this question? Who's lost the most no-hitters in the 7th inning or beyond? Seaver, Johnson, or Ryan? Give us a holla at 594-2576, 594-2576 if you want to go to Wally's on us and them.
Nordyke Funeral Home is thinking about your future and offers secure, pre-planned funeral arrangements, relieving the emotional burden for those you love, allowing you to express your own wishes, and assures peace of mind with financial concerns when your family needs it the most. Nordyke Funeral Home has 5 locations in Albers, Aveston, Breeze, New Baden, and now Carlisle. Visit NordykeFuneralHome.com or call 588-3533. Striving to earn your family's confidence and trust, Nordyke Funeral Home with 5 locations.
If you're an athlete, coach, official, or fan, you need Lee Sports in Nashville. Lee Sports has it all for teams and individuals. From uniforms, shoes and equipment, to coaches apparel and officials gear. And Lee Sports carries name brands like Under Armour, Mizuno, Rawlings, and Adidas. Lee Sports also stocks a complete line of spirit wear and offers screen printing and custom embroidery, plus trophies, awards, and personalized items. Lee Sports in Nashville, your complete sporting goods headquarters.
This broadcast is a presentation of Wcxo Sports. Wcxo Sports is brought to you by the Benoff Insurance Agency in Breeze and Trenton, Breeze Dental Care, K&J Chevrolet, Reverman Chiropractic and Spinal Rehabilitation and Breeze Motor Sales, Southern Bus and Mobility, Kaskaskia College, the First National Bank of Carlisle, Reekman Brothers John Deere, St. Joseph Hospital Breeze, Med Plus Physical Medicine and Brett's Wildlife Lodge, State Farm Insurance Agent Steve Klosterman and Hardy's locations in Breeze and Carlisle, Breeze Family Vision, Tempo Bank, Country Financial representatives Keith Wilkin and Teresa Richards, and area CC Food Marts. WCXO Sports since 1999. The sports voice of the Carlisle Indians, the Central Cougars, the Mater Dei Knights, the Westland Warriors, and now the Christ Our Rock Silver Stallions.
Scientists say the universe is random. Why should your radio station be any different?
You've got Max 96.7.
Hey, we are back up here in the Weedman Ford studio. We have a winner. Thanks for the calls. People love Wally's, of course, from all over the place, including the Metro East. And Joe, I believe it's Tunya's from Millstadt. Joe's our winner this morning. Here's the question with the answer. Which hurler has had the most no-hitters go by the boards in the 7th inning or even later than that? Seaver Johnson or Nolan Ryan? It's indeed Nolan Ryan. The Express saw 24 no-nos, and in the 7th or later, of course, Ryan registered an all-time best 7 no-hitters in his career. The big unit is second on that goodbye chart with 11. Don Sutton is actually next. He had 8 busted up deep, but Joe Tunya's from Millstadt cracks open a $15 gift certificate to Wally's in Breeze. A reminder that our Mother's Day trivia package last week was won by Larry Johnson of Aurora Hoffman for his wife Lisa, who happens to be a mom. You see the connection there, and he got a great package from Town and Country Florist in Breeze, Brett's Wildlife Lodge and Winery in Carlisle, Designs Unlimited Salon and Spa in Breeze, and the Crescent Moon in Carlisle. Those 4 teamed up for a package worth around $110, $120 or something, and Lisa did well. Made a nice haul there. While we're on the topic of Mother's Day, it's a Mother's Day breakfast just for you tomorrow from 8 until high noon at the Carlisle VFW. This is for the Carlisle Junior Legion baseball team. So 8 until noon. The price is right at $8. All scrambled eggs, pork, all the delights. So check it out tomorrow morning. Take your mom. We're back after these with Ken Hazelhurst.
Need insurance? Insurance you can really count on? If so, turn to Dan Imming at Imming Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Dan and his staff will provide you with the insurance coverage and service you deserve. Whether it's auto, home, life, health, or commercial, your choices aren't limited either. Imming Insurance Agency represents many outstanding companies, so get covered by the best. Call Imming Insurance Agency at 594-4536 or stop by 589 9th Street in Carlisle. Imming Insurance Agency, a proud supporter of Clinton County sports.
Companies are hiring again. That's good news. Bad news, you don't have the skills they're looking for. Kaskaskia College can fix that. KC's welding technology program can set you up with the skills industries are looking for. More good news, classes are available at KC's Trenton Center or Crisp Technology Center. Call Sean Morris at 545-3406. The demand is there, the pay is there. Where are you? Kaskaskia College, your future starts here.
Reverman Chiropractic in Breeze would like to say thank you to our patients, staff, and local healthcare professionals for their continued support and cooperation as we celebrate 10 years in business. At Reverman Chiropractic, our focus is to work with you, the patient, and your other healthcare providers to deliver the best and most effective care possible. Please take advantage of our evening and weekend hours and call 526-4700 to schedule an appointment with Dr. Craig Reverman or Dr. Travis Isaac.
Find the perfect car, truck, SUV, or crossover that fits your budget at Breeze Motor Sales on Old Route 50 in Breeze. Breeze Motor Sales offering new 2018 Ford vehicles and a wide pre-owned selection too. Breeze Motor Sales has kept your vehicles in tip-top shape with genuine Ford parts for over 100 years. On Old Route 50 in Breeze and online at breezemotorsales.com. Breeze Motor Sales, your family dealer since 1913.
What were we thinking when we designed the station? I'll tell you. We were thinking it takes all sorts to make a world.
Max 96.7.
Welcome back again, everybody. Rip here in the Weekman Ford studio on this Saturday morning. We've heard from Andy Newbold on Scores and Stuff, Kevin Krask on Central Baseball, and wait a minute, just a second. This just in, the 2018 Kaskaskia Region Media Award winner is our very own Union Banner sports editor, Matt Wilson. So congrats to him. Good honor. Pretty sure I finished second again. Yeah. All right. Off we roll to the H&H Computer Services guest line for Clinton County Baseball, maybe third, League President Ken Hazelhorst. Ken, welcome back.
Well, thanks for having me, Rip. It's great to be back.
It's amazing. It's time for a brand new CCL season, and I keep the years. Is this number 78?
No, this is the 74th year of the county league.
Oh boy, I see. That's
74th.
That's why we brought you on, Ken. I didn't want to make this a little okay. I wasn't even close.
Yeah, we'll be celebrating the 75th in 2019. We'll probably be kicking up our Hall of Fame banquet and induct a few more players in that at the end of our 75th year.
Okay,
that'll be next year.
So the Hall of Fame, that'd be back in action next year.
Right.
Boy,
that's what we're looking at right now.
That will be a good time, Ken. It's on the 75th
anniversary.
We're looking for,
we want to build it up. I mean, there's a lot of history in the county league with 75 years under our belt by that time. I feel fortunate to have been part of. I was just thinking of it the other day. I've been part of it for probably 45 of those 75 years.
Crazy.
Playing or helping manager or now as president. So
yeah. Congrats on that. That's pretty good too. Awfully good.
Yeah.
But we're coming off the CCL, another very successful year in 2017, and for the first time in a pretty long while, the Aveston Aces captured that CCL championship the first time since 08 anyway.
Yeah, they put together quite a team. They finished actually in the standings. They finished third in the standings last year with a record of 7-5. And for the first time also in a long time, both of the top two seeds were defeated in the playoffs. Bartelzo came into the playoffs at 11-1, and Germantown knocked them off. And Trenton was in second place with a record of 8-4, and Aveston got by them. So it ended up with Aveston and Germantown for the playoff championship.
The Germantown Reds, they also had to sneak by Centralia as, I guess you would, today is a playoff or a play-in game if you want. They tied for
right.
At 5-7, didn't they? That was a spectacular game, low-scoring 3-2 right over at Germantown at Red Shannings Field.
It was, Germantown actually, and I just realized it now, they won that play-in game by a score of 3-2 against Centralia. And both games in the championship, Aveston won by the same score, 3-2.
Correct.
So it was 3-2 for the play-in game, and then the championship round were both 3-2.
Some good ball games there. While the Aces swept Germantown, they were two competitive games. A short but very good series.
Oh yeah, it was good competition. It was good pitching on both sides. Some timely hitting, a lot of good defense. So they were well matched. It worked out really well. We're proud of them.
The Aveston Aces, champs for the first time since 08. And Germantown, now that's when you slide back a really good distance, don't you? Still 1969, which is hard to believe, but they're knocking on that door, Ken.
Oh, they've been there the last couple of years.
I know.
They've been in the playoffs. They've been playing well. They got a good young team there. Rick Sherman's got them playing well, and as long as we stay together again, I think they got capability of showing up again this year.
Rick's a good leader. He's got some enthusiasm, and he does have a good collection of athletes. Now, but let's see. We always talk about this. It seems is Germantown the only? Are they the only town to have a team every year in the CCL?
Exactly. Yep. They've been in it ever since 1945 when it started. They've been through some very lean years where they collect maybe a win or two, or some years none, and they hung together though. I think there's a little community pride there that they are the only team in the league that's been there all the way through.
And these playoffs, in particular, of course, the finals and the best of three, whether they go 2 or 3, the fans really show up for that. In Germantown and years before, Bartelsville seemingly is in it all the time in the championship series. But Aviston, man, those few games are well attended and everything's done right. The opening ceremonies and more in all 2 or 3 games.
Oh yeah, those are a lot of fun. It actually reminds me of the old playoff games and sometimes regular season games back in the day, talking 30, 40 years ago. And at that time, the Sunday afternoon County League Baseball was one of the few things that you had to do. So the people would come out, there'd be 500-600 people at a game, and
I know.
That's what we experienced. Yeah, that's what we experienced in the playoffs last year. So it was really neat to see all the fans out there supporting their teams.
And the fans, and all of it changes, but a lot of it, Carlisle, for instance, I mean, pretty much dominated by guys out of Carlisle High School or the near area, and the same for the others. So the fans really got into it and went hard at it during the game, and afterwards just had a good time together.
Oh yeah. There was a lot of visiting that went on in various towns.
Many a slow Monday morning, Ken.
yeah. They didn't all just turn around and go back home after the games. You had to talk about it a little bit.
Well, sure. Bartelsville, yes, they won another regular season championship. Do you have how many have they won consecutively now? Is that in the back? 11-1.
I don't have that right in front of me.
They've pocketed a bunch lately, though, haven't they?
I'd say probably 5 out of the last 6 they've won.
Maybe
and then in the playoffs themselves, I think they're probably 4 out of 6 now.
Wow, they've had
something like that.
Undefeated, probably maybe twice in a row in regular season play.
Yeah, because they had a string. They set the county league record, if I'm recalling right. It was in 2016. They had won 23 in a row, something like that, regular season games.
Not easy to accomplish. Yeah, not easy to accomplish at all. We're with the commish of the Clinton County Baseball League, Ken Hazelhorst. 2017, of course, started and ended with a 7-team offering. Carlisle was off the charts last year, and the sneak peek I got of the schedule looks everybody's back. We're still at 7 though, correct?
Correct. Yeah, we're still doing 7 yet. There will be one team have a bye week on every Sunday. And, yeah, we'd like to have 8 teams in the league. I think it balances it out a little bit more. But on the other hand, players need a break once in a while. Sometimes with a bye week in there, people can schedule their vacations and things around that. So hopefully access to having enough players to compete the ball game shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, I don't necessarily mind it either. I mean, 8's the ideal, I suppose, but we always talk about I'll take quality over quantity, and with 7 good teams and the bye's not a bad situation. But was there some hope for Carlisle or another entry this year?
Well, there was again. There was some contact with some people actually down in the New Baden Albers area also, and there was a gentleman that was interested in doing it. He could only round up maybe 5 or 6 guys, and as you well know, that's not enough to try to build a team and then build up around it. So that's we're going to have to put it on hold again at least for another year and see if we can generate something next year to change it. 75th season.
If you really has there ever been any thought of Highland? I know they were in it before. It's not. I mean,
they
not
had
pure
been
Clinton
in it
County, but yeah.
Right, they had been in it years ago. There's been some talk up there also, but nothing's generated to the point where they're willing to step forward and say, "Yeah, let's go."
Hey, it's
one of the problems I think up there, though, it might be the facility or the diamond to play on. They do have a baseball diamond up there at the old VFW park.
Yeah, I had, and the only reason I even brought them up is I was tweaked by someone the other day. They said I guess there is a new facility, a new park up there or something. I'm not sure. I haven't been up there in a while.
I was there last year, actually, the Senior Region Baseball Division Tournament was up in Highland last year, and they've got out of Glick Park out there. They've got a nice facility up there, and that ball diamond would be big enough. I don't know what kind of agreement they have and who can use those fields. Since we're a men's amateur, baseball organization, I don't know, and maybe that's part of the problem with if they allow a group like us to be able to play ball games on that part, or if it has to be either Legion or school associated.
Right.
Yeah, that may be part of the problem.
We're not privy to the bylaws and all that good stuff. So, but hey, it's a 12-game schedule for everybody. You have the 2 byes, and the first 4 will be into the playoff section again.
Correct. Yep. It'll work out the same way as it has been the last few years. The 4th place team will end up playing number 1. 3rd place team ends up playing at number 2. And as you mentioned, last year, Centralia and Germantown tied for that last playoff spot, so they had to have a play-in game before they see who got the honor of playing Bartelzo. Kind of a dubious distinct honor at that point. But Germantown ended up in Centralia, and they turned around and they beat Bartelzo too.
The Reds took it to heart. You bet. In the All-Star game, I believe you like this present format, so I would imagine that has not changed. And where will it be at, Ken?
Well, actually, the All-Star game, we have made a change this year.
Okay.
And I need to apologize for not getting you a copy of our official schedule.
We'll catch it on the fly. We're fine.
Yeah, I actually just got them on Wednesday this week, but we discussed it at the ball game. Last year's All-Star game was at Germantown. The prior year, it had been at Bartelzo. Bartelzo, it was the first year we were trying it. We got good attendance, and everybody had a great time. The players enjoyed it last year. I think the players still enjoyed the game, but the attendance wasn't what we had hoped. It was a little warm that day. Managers and us, and we discussed it this year at our March meeting and decided, you know what, let's recognize the ball players for being all-stars at the end of the season, but we're in order to keep the schedule in line also, we're just not going to go through the process of having an all-star game.
All right, so you'll end the season a bit later, huh?
Year.
Okay.
Right. Well, we're hoping to get the season done, before Labor Day. With the 3rd round in championship. So
I'm in complete agreement with you. But yeah, recognize the All-Stars at least. So that'd be good. And the season begins next Sunday. It's always a week following Mother's Day because
we have to recognize our mothers. If it weren't for them, where would we be? We wouldn't.
Probably a good move.
Yeah. In a premier matchup, I guess you would say, for May the 20th, a week from tomorrow, would be last year's second place team, Trenton, playing at first place league champion Bartelzo.
That's the game of the week.
That's the game of the week next week. It'd be Trenton at Bartelzo. So 1 o'clock is the game times all the time. There are doubleheaders on the schedule this year again. Those all start at 12 noon. That might be changed depending on if the managers of the teams, decide or agree on a different start time. But game times start at 1 o'clock, and then the doubleheaders start at
Aviston Aces will open the following week at Trenton. Wow, another good one. And then they raise the banner at home on June 3rd. So it's all correct. League officers all the same there, Ken?
Yes, sir. We got league officers are all the same. Myself as president, Glenn Corman is our vice president again. This is my 15th year, and Glenn's been vice president probably 20 or more already.
Yeah.
And then Kurt Peters is our secretary treasurer.
Kurt Peters.
Yeah. So
sounds
he's back
familiar.
with it.
Yeah.
We do have one managerial change. The Acers, Dennis Rockers, had managed him last year. He's kind of stepped into the background a little bit. And as an aside, I might throw in Dennis is going to be coaching our senior leagues and baseball team here in Aviston this year.
All right. Okay.
Right. So Dennis is kind of backing off. He's turned the reins over to Ryan Cooper. Ryan's a young man from town here. His dad is Mike Cooper, who's our umpire-in-chief for the league. And Ryan's a go-getter. He wants to stay with it and play ball and help manage it. So he's taken over the reins as manager for Aviston.
Dennis goes out on the championship note. That's the way those big shots do it, Ken.
Yeah, win the championship and walk away. But he's not like that coach of who was it, Toronto Raptors? I saw.
Yes, Casey got.
He received Coach of the Year recognition as the best coach in the
axe.
NBA, and days later they fire him.
Yeah, but he got $6 million to boot though. So.
Yeah. Well, I guess he'd say, "Okay, fire me."
Well, we would. They probably wouldn't really. I understand.
Yeah.
But,
we don't have that kind of payroll around here, so guys tend to hang around a little bit.
Hey, finally, Ken, I know So we lost a very good person and a very good umpire over this off season.
Unfortunately, John Schumacher passed away in March, which was a shock, not only to his family, of course, but also to the league as a whole. John was a well-respected umpire. He wasn't always right. Of course, none of them are.
No.
But he had the respect for people. He was on the plays. He was prompt. I don't think in the 15 years I've been involved, I ever had a date that came up that John didn't make his assignment.
Wow.
He was always there, always on time. He was professional. And it's really just a loss, not only for his family, but like I said, to the league also. I believe we're going to be trying to do something special for the umpires, either in the form of wearing a band on their wrist or their shirt sleeve or something in recognizing John Schumacher for all his efforts over the years. He spent actually over 35 years umpiring throughout Clinton County at pretty much all levels. I mean, from grade school to high school to Legion to the County League. He was there with us.
Another sad, yeah.
Right. And on that note also, we also lost a Hall of Famer, Marvin Thumb Worley from Trenton, passed away here about a month ago also. So I'd just like to mention him.
Definitely.
Keep him and his family in their prayers. So.
Right.
But we'll approach the new season. John would say, play ball.
Yeah, and that's what will happen come next Sunday. So, President Ken Hazelhorst, thanks for coming on.
Hey, it's been a pleasure, Rip. We'll see you guys out at the park.
We'll see you around the ballparks. Thanks much. Thanks to Ken and also to Kevin and also to Andy. Monday night, one of our guests will be Al Crocker. We're going to have some fishing talk. The IHSA State Bass Fishing Tournament is coming up next weekend at Carlisle Lake, so it's Croc and more. A belated congrats to Spanky Smith, Randy Hart, and Trent Purcell, Buzzy Hart. They all went into the IHSA Hall of Fame. I think that was last week. A couple of more Haas-Hiders went in. Paul Ballard, so many more, but congrats to them. And actually, in all honesty, I think I had a write-in vote. Maybe. Possibly. Our trivia winner, Joe Tunyas from Millstadt. He gets a 15 from Wally's. Who wouldn't want that? We'll see you Monday night between 6 and 7 on Talk. Have a Super Mother's Day. Talking Sports, Real Sports Talk on Max 96.7 WCXO.
Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7 was powered by Mako Elevator in Centralia. See Mako for a variety of fertilizer, seed corn, and seed soybeans. Talkin' Sports was brought to you by Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College. The future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Emin Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. Nordike Funeral Home with 5 locations to serve your needs. Lee's Sports in Nashville. McKendree University in Lebanon. Country Financial Representative Marvin Gerdes in New Baden. Seaver Brothers in Carlisle. And by Becker Jewelers with locations in Breeze and Highland and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Thank you for joining us for this WCXO sports presentation of Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7. This broadcast was a presentation of WCXO Sports.